San Jose Sharks prospect Collin Graf joins the show to talk about his road to San Jose, the Barracuda as a wagon, and more.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker of the Reef, also the co-host of Western Conference Tuesdays here on the Locked On NHL channel. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen. Proudly part of the Locked On Network, we cover your team every day. And if you want to be an everydayer, all you have to do is just follow wherever you get podcasts, or you can watch on YouTube as well. And today we are joined by San Jose Sharks prospect Collin Graf, who we talk about his journey to San Jose, winning a championship in Quinnipiac, get to know him a little bit off the ice, talk about this Barracuda team, his NHL debut, all that and more. So before we get to all that, do want to let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers can place a $5 bet and you'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. And now we welcome to the show San Jose Sharks prospect Collin Graf. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. Excited to be here.
Appreciate your time. I know right now you're in the middle of driving the wagon that is known as the San Jose Barracuda. But we're going to start with kind of where I always like to start with Sharks prospects. And when did you realize that hockey could be a thing for you? Not just like, I love playing hockey, but actually like turn into something.
Yeah, I think like before, like as I was obviously as a kid, it was just fun. And then I think even like my goal was always to just get a Division I commitment. Like that was sort of my goal through like, I don't know, U16, U18 juniors, that sort of level. And then I think it probably wasn't until my sophomore year at Quinnipiac of college where I was like wow, like we obviously had a really good team that year, and I was doing pretty well, so I was like, oh, like I might have the if I keep going, I might have the opportunity to go pro. And that was sort of when I sort of made that flip from like goal being college to trying to be a professional hockey player.
Growing up, you are from the Northeast. You played for Boston teams and such. Who was your favorite player growing up? Is it a Boston Bruin, or are you like many kids your age where you have to choose between Crosby and Ovechkin?
No, mine was definitely a Bruin. I was a big Patrice Bergeron fan. He was the man. Yeah, that was a good one. I remember one of like the coolest games I've ever been to was I was actually at that Game 7 in 2013 Leafs Bruins. Yeah, where Bergeron scored it. So I think that's where my fandom comes from.
Nothing like a Game 7. I've had the privilege to go to 2 Sharks Game 7s, and they've been lucky enough to win both of those. But just as a fan, the like anxiety all day building up for it, and then you're finally there, and the place is usually just crazy. And then if your team wins, it's there's not many better feelings than walking out of a building when your team wins a Game 7.
Oh, so, yeah,
sure. I mean, I know you're a Bergeron fan. Do you try to model your game after him? Who do you try to kind of model your game as now that you become a professional?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously I played mostly wing in college and professionally so far. So I think that Bergeron's obviously a really good center, but I think there's things that you can learn. Like I try to be defensively responsible, just like him, like have an active stick. Because if you if you can create some turnovers, then you can play with the puck, and everyone knows that it's more fun to play with the puck than without it.
Yes.
So I would say, I would say like some guys that I like to watch are like Mitch Marner, like Kucherov, like maybe those guys who are like they're not like the biggest, they're not the fastest, but they still find a way to produce and they still find a way to create a lot of plays while they're on the ice.
How long, especially speaking about Bergeron, how long until they rename the Selke Award the Bergeron Award? Because I think he's the guy, right? He's the guy.
I mean, I think so. I feel like he's got a 1 4
a bajillion of them.
Yeah. I think that's I don't even know who Selke is. So Yeah, I feel like Bergeron. It should be the Bergeron award for sure.
I think a lot of fans would agree with you. Bergeron, on and off the ice, just that dude. So I know you've gotten to experience some very special moments on the ice in your career. What has been your favorite on ice moment?
Yeah. I feel like there's got to be obviously playing like that rookie lap for the NHL. That's a special moment. That's something that I'll never forget. I think for me, like personally, like that was like working all those years to get to playing in an NHL game. Like that's something I'll never forget. And then I would say like 1A, 1B has got to be the when we won the national championship in overtime. That was a pretty special moment getting to be out there for that one. That was another one that I'll never forget. And just being with all your brothers.
That's a pretty good moment. I think
Yeah.
it's hard to beat that one. So,
Yeah.
um, all right. Of course, you famously weren't drafted mainly because your size, right? I think I've read you were 5'7", about 145 pounds when you were 17 years old.
Mhm.
Now you're big 6'1", 180 pounds. First of all, your poor
190,
mom,
190.
190. Sorry,
Yeah.
190. I just went with
Yeah.
the
I
Barracuda.
need all the
What's
pounds I can get. So
Yes, you say that now. Wait till you get a little bit older, then you're going to be wanting that 180
yeah,
back.
yeah,
But
that's true. That's true.
first of all, your poor mom, a growth spurt like that. I don't know how often having to buy new clothes for a older teenager. But just late bloomer, like what is it like you're growing that quickly, that fast?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely like freshman, sophomore, even junior year of high school. Like I was the smallest guy in my
Yep.
grade. You're just looking up at everyone. You're hopefully I grow at some point here. Like you get a little disheartened by just everyone being tall and all that stuff. But like for on the ice, like I think it actually benefited me like in a lot of ways, just like knowing like you have to be really smart out there. You have to be really
Yep.
aware because if you're not, then you might like get injured because of how much bigger those other guys are, especially at that U14, U16 level where some guys are obviously like have hit puberty and they're big, they're men, and then there's other guys who haven't yet and they're small. I think that was a learning curve for me for sure. Those couple of years, and I think that was actually really beneficial for my game now.
Yeah, I think you have to learn kind of your angles a lot better, right? Leverage, especially when you're going along the boards. Being a smaller guy, like, yeah, you can't just use your physicality because guys are, like you said, might be 6 inches taller than you and got 50 pounds on you. Because I mean, you look at a guy like Sam Dickinson, who's turned 18, he's 6'3", 100 or 205 pounds, but like, and then you look at a guy like Luke Cagnoni, 5'9", but he's been small his entire life. So yeah, some
Mhm.
benefits to that, but
Yeah, there's
playing
definitely
as
benefits both ways for
yeah.
sure.
Um, so you transferred to Quinnipiac. First of all, is it just fun to say Quinnipiac? Because I catch myself all the time just saying Quinnipiac out loud because it's a fun word to say. But was that the big reason why you just wanted to say Quinnipiac?
Yeah, I think it was just the name and like the letter Q. Like I was a big fan of the letter Q for some reason, so it's just that one.
That's it.
But yeah, obviously I went in the portal. I was at Union. Our the coach stepped down mid-year,
Mm-hmm.
and that was sort of just there was a lot of uncertainty with that stuff. So I decided it was best for me, and then a couple other guys too. I went in the portal, and Quinnipiac just reached out. It's basically just the portal is just a second opportunity to commit to a school. Like for anyone who's not aware, it's just the same idea.
Yep.
So then, yeah, I went there, and it was 2 years of a lot of fun, a lot of wins, a lot of good times.
I mean, you've seen it across college sports with the portal, like how much it has changed, especially with the NIL now, where it's much easier for kids to transfer situations. You look at Sharks prospect Eric Polkap now playing with the University of Denver this year, and I think it's a good opportunity for kids if you're, coaches leave all the time, right? It should be an opportunity for kids if they don't feel like this is their spot, like go to a place where you feel like you can excel, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So, all right. You kind of mentioned it, but right. winning the championship in overtime. I know it was a very short overtime, but still,
Yeah.
how kind of stressful is that? Like, what's the locker room like as you're going into overtime, knowing like the next goal is going to decide it, and just the weight of actually winning it?
Yeah, from what I remember, it was like surprisingly like quiet. Like there wasn't really a lot of like,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm just blacking out from it, but I feel like there wasn't a lot of like talking. Like everyone, like nothing really needed to be said. Like everyone knew what was on the line. Like you worked all season. Like we had a bunch of fifth years who obviously decided to come back. Like they've been working 5 years for this opportunity. And then I just remember our coach Rand just came in and was like let's win this game. Like that's all he said. And then we just like got ready and just was all fired up and just a lucky bounce basically.
When does it hit you? Because right, the goal goes in, everyone, you throw all your gear, there's a big huddle, and like when does it like actually hit you like, oh, we won this thing? Like all this work that we've done is actually we did it. Is it like later that
Yeah,
day? Is it when you get back to the locker room? Is it like a couple days? Like when does it kind of hit you?
I think it was when like we got back to campus, honestly.
Yeah.
It was just the next morning. And it was just like there were like people like everywhere, like just like so many fans. Like we had like a ceremony like in the rink. Like it was like everyone was there just to like support. Like it was awesome. It was just I feel like it was just like seeing like all the other people who like enjoyed it, like were like fans throughout the year and like finally got the like that first national championship for Quinnipiac.
All right, guys, before we continue with Collin, we get to this Barracuda team and what he thinks of it. Just need to take a quick break. Get ready to tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL all in one place. So we get the hunch in the middle of a game, check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports partner of the NFL. All right. And then, of course, you have the next year, first game, right? You have the banner raising ceremony. What's that like?
Yeah, that was a you know, I don't have much from that. Funny enough, I actually I got concussed second shift.
That's right.
I
Yes, because
remember
you
I
were
remember the
playing.
banner going up. I remember we brought out all the alums
Yeah.
on like all like the alums who could come who played Quinnipiac hockey. Like it was super special. And then a couple of the guys who are like they play pro now. They were in town for some reason. I don't really know why, but they were in town and they raised the banner. But yeah, that was it was a great start and then an unfortunate, after that.
If I recall, you were playing Boston College because I remember watching that game because that was Will Smith's first
Yeah,
college game, and
yeah,
do remember watching that game. Yes, so
yeah.
uh, weird how things like that tie together.
It is
Um,
weird. Yeah.
so of course, you played Will Smith a couple. Speaking of Will Smith, you played him a couple times through that first game. In the playoffs. Thoughts on Will Smith?
Yeah, super skilled, like really good playmaker, like obviously really smart with the puck, had an unreal year at BC. Like that team was just a whack, like they rolled. Yeah, they were good. I think that he like obviously really good player, like really just like really good playmaker, like really good with the puck. Even you see it like I played against him in 3-on-3 in the summer
Yeah.
back in Boston, and you can see it out there. Like it's just the puck skills are elite.
Yeah. Of course, the Sharks also got some kid named Macklin Celebrini. First, overall pick. You kind of experienced a little bit, kind of at least seeing, especially with Sharks training camp. Like, what's that like just having this guy who's like first overall pick? He's supposed to kind of help change the franchise, just showing up.
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy. Like I remember especially at dev camp when there were like fans at that game at the end there, like it was just like it was packed in there, and it was like like holy, like this, like yeah, like this is pretty big time. But yeah, he's a special player too. Um, yeah, like it's sort of the same thing as well, like just really elite with the puck, like get away from the puck, like just elite player.
All right. Of course, you decided to join San Jose after you finishing up with Quinnipiac. Decision behind it, you just felt like this was the best opportunity for you to play pro hockey and further your career. Is that kind of the big kind of reason behind it?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say that, it's obviously like going through the season, like I was focused on like this, like trying to win at
Yeah.
Quinnipiac, and sort of just let my agent like do the work behind the scenes and sort of get it down to like those last few teams. And then I Zoom called with all of them, and just like that feeling that I had like talking with like the management with the Sharks. I just thought that like that was like they knew my game, they knew me as a player. Like there was I don't know, it just felt like a connection. Like it's sort of just like obviously like it's there's no bad choices. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
they're all NHL like pro organizations. But like I just like the gut feeling was that I wanted to come to San Jose. And good.
We know Mike Greer loves him, college hockey players, as a former college hockey player himself.
Mhm.
And even David Quinn was the Sharks head coach at the time. They do love them. Love you college hockey players. So, but um, of course, you joined the Sharks. It was the end of a very long, and I'll say it was a very miserable season, I think, for Sharks players as well. What's it like kind of joining this team as, you got 7 games in and trying to win something, but just kind of dealing with everything that was the last season.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a lot different, like not really knowing anyone besides Thrunner, and but just trying to like, you know, I mean, like help the team win. Obviously, like it obviously wasn't the season that
Mhm.
like they had hoped, like we had hoped for, but like it was just I don't know, just like, and it was also like personally just trying to like learn, like play and like learn like things that I had to work on because there were obviously things that were different than from college, and that gave me a good like a good plan for the summer on those things that I needed to improve on to become a more successful pro hockey player.
So, what was the biggest thing you learned in those 7 games with the Sharks?
Yeah, yeah. I think the biggest one is I mean obviously like everyone will say like they're bigger, they're stronger, but I think the biggest one for me was like just just like the pace of play. Like they think like the way the players think, like they think it way faster.
Yep.
Like if something was open for a second, 2 seconds in college, we have that much time to make a play. In pro, it's half a second or even less. Like you just have to make those plays so much quicker. So you have to be able to like be comfortable like and process faster. You know what I mean? To be able to
Hmm.
make those plays at a quicker pace.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing for a lot of players is just that processing speed is so much faster as you kind of go up the ranks, and things you could get away with in, juniors or college can't get away with it as much when you get to the professionals, because there's a lot of special guys like your Kale McCarrs or whoever who'll just take it and just do something crazy with it. So
Mhm.
um, this season you're starting with the Barracuda. What did the staff kind of tell you before you got sent down to the Barracuda, like areas that they want you to focus on in your time in the AHL?
Yeah, I think it was it's just winning more battles, like trying to come up with those 50-50s so that like if I can win more 50-50s, then our team can and me can play with the puck more, and that's sort of where I think my strength lies. So I'd say that that was probably the biggest one, and sort of what comes with that is like strength and skating and just like pace, basically like just playing at a quicker pace.
Mm-hmm. Speaking about a guy who I think is won his fair share of battles. Ethan Cardwell just got recalled. What's it like kind of seeing one of these guys like get that call up? And I know you spent some time with the Sharks last year, but seeing a guy who's going to make his, by the time you listen to this, will made his NHL debut, you kind of rooting for these guys, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I roomed with him at in rookie camp in LA. So I got to know him. I got to know him pretty well there. Great guy, like works his butt off, and yeah, he deserved it for sure.
All right. So the Barracuda, some are calling it a wagon right now because this team is basically 2 minutes from being undefeated right now, at least before Wednesday's game. What do you think has been the key to the success rate now?
I mean, I feel like we have a pretty good team. Obviously, ASCII, he helps for sure. But I mean, Georgie's played well too. Like when he's played, like I feel like we just have like a good mix of like vets. Like the vets came in, and like like from like obviously a couple different spots, and then a lot of young guys, and we've just sort of like meshed good so far. Like I feel like we've been playing well. Like our the Vincent uh Hool Van Roba's line's been really good too. That's been pretty impressive. They the nickname going around there is the Flying V for those guys because
Love
you
it.
got V and then Villeneuve Hool and then Van Roba. So you got three V's.
That's great.
Flying V. Yeah, that's a good one. They're fun
That's
to
how they play.
watch.
They that line when you notice every time they go out on the ice, you notice them because those guys are flying around like it's their last shift ever, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're fun to watch. But I feel like we've just had a good like we've had offensively been good, defensively been good. Like the coach, everything's been good. So I feel like it's just been a good start to the year. Obviously, I mean we've only like played 6 games, so I wouldn't
Mhm.
like out of
It's a
72.
long season, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
good start.
yeah.
Speak about those 6 games. You have 9 points in those 6 games. You were actually leading all AHL rookies as the time we were recording this. One, did you know that? And two, a little bit of validation. Like, you know what? I think I might be actually pretty good at this.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I actually didn't know that. I mean, I knew I had 9 points, but I didn't know I was leading rookies. Yeah, I think that I would say like, yeah, I'd say it's definitely validating for sure. Like when the team's doing well and personally you're doing well, like it's always a good feeling. And I think that those like those couple goals I scored that first weekend was validating for sure. Just to like get that first pro hockey goal, like know that like you can score on professional goalies. So I feel like that's like that was sort of that was the most validating thing for sure. And then after that, it's sort of just been playing my game.
All right, before we finish up with Collin, we get to know him off the ice. Of course, socks and skates, we have to ask. Just need to take a quick break. If you want to get in on daily fantasy action, you need to check out Prize Picks because Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just need to pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. The great thing about it is you can win up 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Sign up today. You'll get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive a $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. So, if you think maybe when Connor McDavid gets back, if he's going to put up more than half a goal, you got him covered. Maybe when Macklin Celebrini gets back, I definitely take the over on the points there with Celebrini. You cook up your hottest takes over at Prize Picks. So download the app today. Use code LOCKEDONNHL to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app. Use the code LOCKEDONNHL, LOCKEDON NHL to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Makes sense. I know you've mentioned some guys like Askarov, but who is maybe you guy didn't know too much about, or a guy that is kind of maybe impressed you the most on the team?
Yeah, I think I'll go with Potsy Podorowski. I've been playing with him. I think every game, maybe the last five
Yeah.
games so far. Yeah, I've been his line mate. I've got to talk to him a lot off the ice, on the ice, just about like things he sees, things that like face off plays, stuff like that. And I wasn't really I didn't really know him before
Mm-hmm.
like this year. Obviously, we've had some good conversations. Obviously, he went to UNH and Quinnipiac. They just split this past weekend, so no bragging rights for anyone there. But yeah, I think that he's been the one who I didn't really know it before, and then has impressed me so far.
The like Shaq. I sorry, I wasn't aware of your game meme. Like with Kevin
Yeah,
Podorowski. Yeah. So
exactly.
yeah. You mentioned Askarov, but what's it like having a guy like that back there, just kind of knowing even if we make a mistake and something comes your way, he's probably gonna stop it.
Yeah, that's like sort of what it is. Like I think it's probably a little bit more like the deep definitely feel a little bit more, but just like the confidence that like he's back there to like and he can bail you out. So it's pretty it's a good feeling for sure, especially when hopefully we're not trying to make his job too hard on him just because we're playing well in front of him. But yeah, it's a good feeling for sure.
Yeah, right. It's. I think it almost kind of lets you guys play a little bit freer, like because you don't have to focus on, oh, if I make a mistake here, right, and then the things are going to go in the back of that. Like it lets you be this offense. Like this team is just scoring goals at will, and hopefully it continues to do it with just having that reassurance that like Astrov's probably going to stop it. Like he's pretty good. He's probably going to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. How good? I know it's your first year, full year of professional hockey, but how good can this Barracuda team be? I mean, this feels like if everybody kind of stays right now, this feels like it could be a playoff team that makes a deep run, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Like based on, I mean, we've only played three teams. Like I don't really know like what the like how good the other teams are. Obviously, there's some good teams over in the
Mm-hmm.
East with Hershey. But yeah, I mean, I feel like yeah, like that's definitely the goal to make a deep playoff run. Like don't and like why don't you're not really settling for you're just trying to be as good as you can every day. I don't think that like we're looking at the playoffs yet or anything like that. We're just trying to improve each day and just try to get better. But I think that that's like the goal in the back of my mind for sure.
Just be a wagon. That's what the fans want.
Yeah,
We
we'll just be a wagon just the whole year. How about that?
that's what it's been a long couple seasons for San Jose hockey. We as fans, we just want to watch a fun team, whether it's AHL, NHL. We just want a fun team, and the Barracuda are well on their way to being that team right now. So we'll get you out here with some questions here. So I know you've only got to wear a couple of them, but your favorite Barracuda jersey so far, is it the black one? You like the white
The
ones? I
black
don't know if
ones, yeah. The black ones are sweet. They're
yeah,
sweet.
with the 10th anniversary look, it's
Yeah, yeah. Those are
they did a
pro.
very good job with them. Wait till you see the fun thing about AHL hockey is you get a lot of like really fun ones. I know they had like last year the Tigres Del Mar, which were like these purple ones, the Christmas sweater one. Like there's some great ones. So, but
Yeah,
yes, the
I'm
black
actually
ones.
excited for that. Like I love like the different jerseys, like mix it up a little bit. We had one at school that was like a military one. It was sweet.
Yeah, I know the NHL could. Come on, NHL, get your stuff together. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So game day prep. Are you a like nap guy? Kind of what does your kind of day look like?
Yeah, I'd say if it's a normal 7 o'clock game, I would say like we got the morning skate in, whatever that is, 10, 11 around there. And then, come back, maybe eat a snack, and then yeah, nap for sure. Nap until always an hour and a half. Always or try to be an hour and a half nap. Wake up. I'm not really too like specific with like the food before, but I like to cook, so it's usually like tomorrow it'll be I already took the chicken out. It'll just be chicken and pasta and like marinara sauce. It won't be too complicated, but it can be like rice or something like that. Not too
Mhm.
picky. So just whatever I see, and then put on the suit, go to the game. Not too many superstitions with that one.
Coffee before the game, yes or no?
Never. I don't drink any coffee. Not a
Uh,
coffee drinker. Yeah,
uh,
I wake up with energy, so I'm good
there
there.
you go. Again, wait till you have kids. It changes everything. Also those 11 a.m. games. Yeah, you had your
Yeah,
first one
that
last.
was yeah, that was a new one for sure. I don't think I've ever played a game that early. When you wake
Not
Yeah.
since you were a little guy, right? Where you
Yeah,
have like the
exactly.
all-in
Yeah, not since I
tournaments.
was 8.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah. I bet my mom was like, at least I don't have to drive into this one or something like that. The
All
6
right.
a.m. Sunday game.
The 6 a.m. game. Yeah. Uh Are you like, even at the rink, are you like superstitious? Like I have to put my superstitious, little stitious, or let it flow? Or you like, you have to put the same thing, left side first, then the right side? Are you like kind of, I know everyone has their routine, but are you like, it has to be this way or no?
Um, yeah, I'd say like there's definitely a couple things, and then there's definitely some things that I've adjusted so far.
Mhm.
I would say the one thing I always do is I always put my left skate on before my right, but I tie my right skate first. I don't know why. Left, right, right, left. Again, I have no idea why. But the one thing that I've been switching around is in between periods. I used to be a guy who'd like would never get undressed. Like I'd always keep all the jerseys and like the
Yeah.
jersey and shoulder pads, that stuff on. And now I feel like every locker room we're in, it's like 200 degrees. So I've been like taking the shoulder pads, elbow pads, jerseys off. Like I've been sweating, like getting like undoing the shirt with the neck guard. Like yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the one I've been mixing up lately. If it's a hot locker room, then I've been taking some of the stuff off so I can cool off in between periods.
Are you a headphones guy or the DJ guy?
DJ guy, yeah. It's been Colin White. I think it was Tristan Robbins at the start, but he got hurt unfortunately. So then it's
Mhm.
been White, but they've both been good. I rock with them. I rock
Okay.
with the music. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Big question for every Locked On Sharks podcast with a guest. Socks and skates. Are you a monster who does not wear socks with your skates?
No, that's like diabolical if you don't do that. That's actually disgusting. That is crazy.
But you've had teammates, right? Have you ever had
Who?
a team?
Oh
I
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I got socks on for sure.
you those guys though, they're weird guys, right? Like FBI there's a list for these guys, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like that just like be uncomfortable. Like the skate inside the skates, it's not like that like comfy. Like this multiple things going on. There's like soles. I don't know.
All
Yeah.
right. We'll get you a couple more here. All right, last show you watched.
Last show I watched. Um, well, I'm watching Prison Break right now.
Okay.
But the last one I finished was um Receiver,
Okay.
the
All
NFL
right.
one. It's a good one.
That's a good one. Favorite place to eat so far in San Jose?
Hmm. Trying to think. Being in that in the hotel in Hilton, it's a lot of Chipotle's, but yeah, a whole lot of Chipotle. But I'll go with
If you got to ask Will Smith because he's got that lifetime Chipotle
I
thing.
know it's
Got
he's
to
the World Juniors Championship.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, trying to think. I went to I think it's Maggiano's
Okay.
Italian place. I think that's what it was. I went there when my mom was here. Or yeah, I went there. So I'd go with that one. I haven't really tried too many, but maybe I'll get back to you after a
All
bit.
right. All right. Last one. When you're not on the ice and it's summertime and you can actually like enjoy things, what is your favorite thing to do?
I mean, I was getting into golf a lot this summer. I think that's like a pretty generic answer. All the hockey like
Every
to
hockey
golf.
player golf. Golf,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, I would say like pickleball actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing. I was playing with my girlfriend a lot this summer. Got pretty good at that. And we actually there's a court in the up on the third floor near the outside of the Tech CU rink. So we get up there a couple of times a week and play. It's fun.
Is it fair that you're a professional athlete or does she beat you?
Um,
Is it pretty even?
no, she gets competitive. She
Okay.
plays field hockey at Quinnipiac, so
Okay.
she's a Division 1 athlete herself. Yeah, so yeah, no, she does not like to lose. I'll tell you that, but no, it's fun.
That's good. Colin, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you spending way too much time with me. I know you got better things to do than this, but best of luck. Keep driving the bandwagon because right now, again, that Cuda, you guys are a wagon right now. Don't let anybody tell you differently. So,
Thank you. No, this has been fun. This is awesome.
all right. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Want to thank Collin for spending some time with me. I know he's a busy guy. Much better things to do than talking with me. But thanks to Collin. Big part of, I think, what has made this Barracuda team so successful this season is you're getting scoring from a bunch of different players, and he is included in that. Has been a great facilitator, and I think we're going to continue to see more and more goals from him as well. So thank you to the Barracuda for making this happen. Thanks to Collin for taking some time. So when you guys are done, check out this episode. Go check out one of the other great products here at the Locked On Network. Of course, you have Locked On Fantasy Hockey. So if your fantasy hockey team needs some help, they've got you covered there. Check out any of the shows here in the Bay Area with Locked On Niners, Locked On Warriors, Locked On A's, Locked On Giants. Check out any of those wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. If you're not following this show on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts, do that now. Helps me out a bunch. You can also follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter at MyFryHole. Till tomorrow. Bye, friends.